It is Thursday, July 6th. And that would be day 113 on the trail. As long as I'm stopped here for a break, figured I'd make a video and get that out of the way. It's going to be a scorcher today. Within less than an hour, my shirt is totally drenched with sweat. The sun's out, sky's clear, no breeze at all, humid. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days on the trail. So looking at maybe 17 miles to a tent site. Several of us were kind of looking at that one. There were 5 of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 of us camped at the spring last night at mile 1167, I think it was. Nice campsite. The spring was really flowing well, like a water tap. It was really good. Beautiful evening. Last night, for the first time, I did not use my top quilt. I had it out and then I put it away, pulled out my sleeping bag liner, the thin one that I've got with me, and just slept with that. Totally fine. Totally warm. It was 70 degrees this morning when I got up, so maybe I won't have to use my top quilt for a while. I'll just use the liner. Unless it cools down or something for some reason. But yeah, no rain yesterday or last night. I don't think we're supposed to get any today. Maybe tomorrow there might be a chance of some. Saw my first turtle on the trail. I think it was a western painted. I didn't turn him over, but he was big. Probably 8 inches long, 6 inches across, something like that. Nice turtle, right in the middle of the trail. So it's fun to see that. Guy from Portugal just went by. Tuna Experience was his name. One of the guys that camped with last night, Captain Fantastic. I think I took a picture of him. There was another one that didn't take a picture of him. That was Billy Goat from Ohio. Both those guys are, well, Billy Goat's 50. I think Captain Fantastic is 54, maybe 56, something like that. They both have 2 kids, boy and a girl, about the same ages, 23, 24, 25, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then Ripper and Jess came into camp a little bit later too and camped with us. So I had a great conversation last night and this morning around the cooking area. And so it's always fun to reconnect with folks you haven't seen. I guess One Lung is not far behind. So anyway, that'll be fun. I talked to J-Mo and his daughter Lioness. She's going by now. I think they were camped up on top of the hill up here that I'm climbing this morning. They were slack packing yesterday and we're making pretty good time. They were going to get their packs down at the road from whoever was shuttling them or slack packing them. So we'll probably catch up with them again sooner or later. Waiting for my son to join me, one of my other sons to join me on Saturday, and we'll hike for 5 days. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to make the jump up to Mount Greylock and complete the trail up there before I have to go back to Minnesota early September, and then return to the trail and finish up the section that I had to skip down here. I'd like to get to Delaware Water Gap, right at the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey, if I can make it that far before I make the leap up there. But we'll see. The rocks in Pennsylvania may have something to say about that. We'll see how that goes. All right, time to push on. Daylight's burning, as John Wayne used to say. So this Patriarch, wishing everyone a great day and encouraging you to stay green and keep growing. Do something new, learn something new, see something new every day. Take care. There's been a lot of military aircraft activity overhead this morning. Yeah, you can hear them. They've been going for the last half hour. I don't know if they're just doing some maneuvers or training of some kind, obviously flying in circles or something, but interesting. We're right in the flight path. The Appalachian Trail's right underneath them. I thought it was just commercial traffic flying into Harrisburg to begin with, but there's way too many of those. So they're just flying patterns this morning, and they're military. Anyway, just a side note. All right, pushing on. Well, it is the end of the day, and I just barely made it to camp before, well, actually it was raining a little bit, beginning to rain when I got up here. End of a 17-mile day, and I thought there would be other people here. There's not. I'm the only one here. That's okay. I'm dry under my tarp. Gotta put the hammock up yet. Just wanted to get the tarp up first. You can hear it raining, thundering outside. I carried an extra 3 liters of water up from about a little under a mile away, 0.8 miles. Probably didn't need to with the rain. I could have collected it off of my tarp, but that's hindsight. I was going to get some water from a source that they said was a half a mile away. I didn't look at my map when I collected the water from the stream. The stream was a great source. And I don't know where the other one was. I couldn't see it. It must have been off the side of the trail somewhere. But regardless, I've got my water. They say on far out that the navigation app that there's really not much water for the next 8 miles going northbound. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough. I may still collect some off of the tarp tonight if it continues to rain, and I use some for dinner tonight. And fill up my water bottle. I tend to drink a lot of water at the end of the day. I'm just super thirsty. Even though I hydrate during the day, I tend to drink almost 2 liters of water at night, just at the end of the day. So kind of strange, but that's the way it is. So I'll probably down the first liter here pretty quick, 7/10 of a liter anyway, and then refill from the one Canadian bottle that I've got filled with water. I'll probably put the hammock up in a little bit. I actually found this camp chair. I'm going to send it home, but this thing here, I can get a better picture of it. There we go. It was left at another campsite a few miles back that I stopped at and got water a few hours ago anyway. So I thought, well, I can pack it for a couple of days and then send it home. So it's perfect condition, almost brand new. Somebody evidently just didn't want to carry the weight. It is a little heavy. Yeah, as long as I only have to do it for a couple of days, I'll make the sacrifice. And it feels good to sit on it right now. Otherwise, I'd have to have my hammock up and sit in my gear stash, which I may do afterwards anyway. I'm gonna let the rain sort of subside. I may go ahead and cook dinner first and then put the hammock up, as long as I've got a place to sit, and let the rain sort of go away so it doesn't run the risk of running down any of my suspension lines and getting my hammock wet. I've got my tarp set up in sort of a semi-storm mode here, kind of open on the ends a little bit, but guide out at one tie out in from the corners. So that's my storm mode. I don't know if it's going to continue to storm all night or the wind's going to blow. I do it particularly if the wind's going to blow, try and keep some of the rain out from the inside rather than having it totally A-framed and kind of open to the elements on the end. That's the reasoning. All right, well, I think I'm going to close it out for the day. It was a long haul today. Like I said, about 17 miles. And I'm about 5 miles beyond, maybe a little bit more, 5 miles at least beyond where I originally had thought I would be at the Rausch Gap shelter tonight. That was near there was where I stopped and got water and picked up this chair, but that shelter is 3/10 of a mile off the trail. It's got a pipe spring for water supply, water source, but man, that's a distance to walk away from the trail. So I didn't even go visit the place today. Anyway, we're at a nice campsite and we'll explore our options for tomorrow. All right, have a great evening. It's been a good day. It was really warm. I guess it got close to 90 degrees today. My shirt was pretty much drenched all day from sweat. Very little breeze. It's kind of fun. We listened to some, I was hiking sort of in and around Ripper and Jess. I want to pick some blueberries that I'll save for breakfast tomorrow morning. But as we were walking, we heard some A-10s, aircraft, military aircraft, that were flying around, and then you could hear them doing target practice with the Gatling guns. It sounded like a car on a rumble strip. It was really short, but super high intensity burst. We couldn't see anything, but you could hear it. So that was pretty impressive. Anyway, another new experience on the trail today. And with that, I encourage you again to stay green and keep growing. This is Patriarch signing off for the night.